Big Finish Audio, the Paternoster Gang. Merry Christmas, Mr. Jago.
Also known as the trouble with Gribbleites.
That is true. So, quick question. Is this the first episode that Mr. Jago appeared in, or am I forgetting one?
It's the first episode of this. This is actually kind of a crossover because there is a series called Jago and Lightfoot. But not only that, they originally appeared in Talons of Wang Chiang back in the Fourth Doctor run.
Oh, okay.
They are actual canon characters from the television series that went on to get their own spin-off series.
And I'm guessing he's some kind of alien?
No, he is a human who ended up dealing with an alien, a killer alien puppet, actually, in one of the most racist episodes ever. And not like racist, but everyone's a little bit racist type racist, where it plays so hard to Asian stereotype that it's just like cringe.
Like Breakfast at Tiffany's?
When you watch it 30 years on.
Everybody's wearing those cone-shaped woven hats and
Yeah,
Fu Manchus and
oh yeah. Hold on, let me look up an image of Talons of Wang Chiang for you, just so you can see how cringe.
Did they actually get Asians to play the Asian characters, or was it?
Okay, first of all, hold on.
Because that would be even worse. That's like,
oh my gosh, this image just like so cringe.
It's like the Duke playing Genghis Khan.
Hold on, this is so freaking cringe. Oh, why didn't I save this one? I wanted to save this one because this one is even more cringe. Like, the pose and everything is just like, dude.
Oh my. That is something.
Yeah.
If you like to see our pictures, please donate to our Patreon. I'm joking.
Yeah. It's hard to tell, but the guy in the front, they might both be Asian. I think the guy, it's hard to tell that it could be makeup, but it might be Asian. I don't know who.
He might. I think he is. I found another picture. He has hold on. What the what? My phone is like, even my phone finds it racist. It's like, nope, I don't want to look at these pictures. Stop it.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, right?
Come on.
Okay.
It's an evil possessed puppet.
That is not surprising to me. That is possessed.
That puppet is Wang Chiang. 1977 is when it came out.
Okay, there we go. Oh God.
Right?
Hi. What a beautiful masterpiece.
I swear, like, watching it 30 years on, you're just like, you can appreciate the episode for its entertainment value, but you also are aware that, god damn, that's like cringe.
Only a little bit.
If I remember correctly, it also had like a giant rat or something. I honestly don't remember all that. Oh, here's Jago and Lightfoot. Here's a picture of Jago and Lightfoot from the episode. Come on. Hey, I am saving these images. Why aren't you actually saving them, you fucking phone? Add to file. Add to photos.
Yeah, so suffice it to say, it it might not have been culturally sensitive.
Yeah, it is. The episode is so not PC. But that is where Jago and Lightfoot are from.
Yeah,
Ah,
But Lightfoot is now dead. The actor who plays Lightfoot played Lightfoot, which is why they had to stop the series Jago and Lightfoot.
oh.
So wait, okay, so when was Jago's like his initial appearance supposed to have happened? Like, if it was like in terms of
Meeting the
chronologically, what time?
You
Like,
mean like Paternoster?
yeah, like so is this him like right after his incident with the Fourth Doctor, or is this 30 years on from his interaction with the Fourth Doctor? So he's actually the right age.
No, this is right around the same time as the for
Okay, so he's
right.
playing a
It's
younger
like
version of himself. So okay,
yeah, he
which that
because
would have been nice if it worked out that way, where it was just the right amount of years between when he was supposed to have met the Fourth and when this Paternoster thing was supposed to come out, and then it would be like perfectly timed. But whatever. You can get what you can get.
yeah. Well, the episode itself is supposed to take place in it. Talons of the Wing Train is supposed to take place in the 19th century London.
Yeah, which is
So,
that's very vague.
yeah, well,
We
I'm
know basically when Paternoster is 1890s, somewhere
yeah,
in the 1890s. So I mean, if they just said 19th century, then
yeah.
it very well could have been 1860. he he had his interaction with the Fourth Doctor, and then boom, it actually kind of works out for the timeline. He's the right age. Depends on when he interacted with the Fourth. But yeah, it's a yeah.
Okay, okay. In 1889, he met the Fourth Doctor and Leela. I'm looking at the Wikipedia.
uh,
George Lightfoot was a pathologist against the backdrop of Victorian era London. In 1889, he met the Fourth Doctor and Leela when a 51st century fugitive tyrant named Magnus Greel was kidnapping helpless women. It was also at this time that Lightfoot met theater owner and master of ceremonies Henry Gordon Jago. The two remained close friends ever since. In 1892, Lightfoot started spending more time in one of Jago's favorite haunts, the Red Tavern, and befriending barmaid Allie Higson. After that, Jago and Lightfoot's investigation of infernal incidents in the paranormal became more frequent. Okay, so Jago and Lightfoot series is supposed to take place in the 1890s as well.
okay.
So, yeah, that is
Yeah. So yeah, he's
it, it's around the same time as yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That was one of the things that's kind of funny as a uh, uh, a funny meta thing was when like like you know solutions, theater. I know solutions are only a thing of the theater. Sort of Deus ex machinas are only in the theater. Which, being unaware that he is actually a character in a fictional setting, like,
Yeah.
then he's
Yeah.
technically correct. The best kind of correct. And, the wand,
This
it's like, oh yeah, that's a death ray. What? That really, really shouldn't be out and about.
yeah. Yeah, that really should have been under the counter. Oh, and my most annoying moment in this.
Ooh.
Cannot have negative 200 Kelvin.
Yeah,
Zero
that kind
Kelvin
of
is
doesn't
absolute
exist.
zero. That is when matter ceases to exist. You
Well,
cannot
there
have
have
negative
been
200
some
Kelvin.
it there have been some talks about that, like, what would, if you could push past the zero barrier, what it would look like. I just remember hearing some things like weird stuff starts happening, like
Yeah,
it's probably
but you
effects
cannot
of them.
create
Yeah,
sun.
you
You
can't do
cannot
it.
create that. Even with Silurian power, you cannot create something that goes below 0 Kelvin.
Yeah, it is. There's
That is
some weird.
all theoretical physics.
Yeah, it's.
Because at 0 Kelvin, matter atoms stop moving. Without movement, matter ceases to exist.
It's just very. It's just. I don't know if "cease to exist" is the right word, but it doesn't. It doesn't.
It falls apart.
It's not the. Yeah, it's just. At any rate, you can't go negative Kelvin. That's the one. It's one of the nice things about Kelvin, is that
Yes.
it's an absolute temperature scale. That's why it has no degrees.
That's why it's called absolute zero.
Yeah, there's no negative to that. There's some weird math that happens when you when you try and push it past zero, just on a square cow system. But yeah, I don't think anybody's anyways, nobody's actually
Uh-huh.
gotten it down to 0 Kelvin anyway, and so much less
They've
pushing
gotten
it
pretty
beyond that.
close, but they haven't gotten even to absolute zero yet.
No. See what happens is once you get past absolute zero, it just starts over again to the hottest temperature. It goes zoom.
Okay then.
Yeah, I just
It
remember
just
seeing a
repeats.
video where,
But
like,
yeah,
well, if you technically if you did this,
I was listening to the audio with my headphones on and on the bus and stuff. And I just like as I'm walking from the bus stop home, I'm like, you cannot have negative Kelvin. I just shouted that out in the middle of. Thankfully, no one was around, but I'm like, you cannot have negative Kelvin.
yeah, it's the only one of the only measurement systems that you can't do that. Celsius, yes. Fahrenheit,
Damn you,
yes.
Damn you, Vastra. You cannot have negative Kelvin. Because that's what I fixated on.
Yeah, it's just here's some meta. It's like, yeah, we're gonna.
I mean, love the episode, of course. Love
Yeah, it was good.
always, but negative Kelvin.
Yeah, I don't remember negative Kelvin, but yeah, that's definitely.
It was when she was talking about her freeze ray,
Yeah,
which she stole the trademark for. I'm kidding. Although technically that
no, that's an
Dr.
ice
did
beam, and
come
that's
first.
more Johnny Snow.
Yeah.
It's not a death
Poser in a
ray
parka.
or an ice beam. That's more
All
Johnny.
Johnny Snow. But yes, when she was talking about her ice beam to Alice, and she said it gets to negative 200 degrees Kelvin, and I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Celsius? Okay.
Yeah,
That's really
negative 200
cold, but
Celsius.
if you get down to 270, that's almost absolute zero. That's a few degrees below absolute zero. So technically possible because it absolute zero is something like negative 273.15 Celsius or something like that. So
Yeah. So if it was negative 200 Celsius, I would have been okay with that
yeah.
because Silurian magic totally, they got some cool tech, and we've gotten pretty close to that already. So
Well, any sufficiently advanced technology is
exactly,
indistinguishable from magic.
the Doctor was actually at one point was or will be known as the
Merlin.
creator of the myth of Merlin.
Yeah, well, that was whole Rivers thing. At least when it's a wizard, when you see a wizard in folklore, it's always him.
But no, that actually is from an episode of the Seventh Doctor era, Battlefield.
Yeah. Well, I just the yeah. It's just like
Yeah.
whenever you see a wizard in folklore, it's always him.
Yeah.
Burn the heretic, burn them now.
I think if any of the Doctors was going to be Merlin, 12 would have been the best one for it.
he gets in
Because,
a weird phase for a few years and just grows out his hair and it looks all wild and crazy, but it's
yeah,
still
plus, I
gray.
mean, we know it had to have been after the Seventh Doctor because the Seventh Doctor didn't remember it, but he knows it's him because of isomorphic controls or something. So we know that that it is the Doctor, but it's after the Seventh Doctor, so it could have been the Third Doctor. And the 12th Doctor just has that kind of personality that would just fit Merlin. So I
And the
mean,
look.
if any,
Yeah, all you'd have to do is grow his hair out, and you would look like the stereotypical wild-haired Merlin.
actually, I think I've seen pictures of that of him able to, he would pass as Merlin.
It depends on who. Again, it
Peter
depends on the
Capaldi.
artist. But yeah, my in my head, the wizard's always got long, mangled, messy hair, and does all sorts. He's just spending all this time doing all this magic.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's magic.
You would think being an all-powerful wizard, you would have a spell that would keep your hair nice and neat all the time.
Well, no, because then it's an intimidation factor. That guy is so powerful that he doesn't care what his hair looks like, and nobody else does either. Nobody is willing to call that man out on how wild his hair looks because nobody wants to be on the other side of a guy that crazy and powerful.
No, you see,
That's true.
is the longer his hair, the more power he has. He's like Rapunzel. That's what it is. It's that Rapunzel thing.
But yeah, I mean, there is a certain optimal hair for mad wizard and mad scientist. Anybody that does technical work, like there is an optimal hair length for crazy looks. Because if it gets over a certain size, then it starts interfering with your ability to work on things.
Yeah.
But and
Tell me that isn't a Merlin look right there.
oh, it wouldn't surprise me at all if they
Yeah.
yeah,
That
if
is
they
so Merlin.
the beard does it. The beard does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he grew out the rest of his hair a little
The
longer,
beard, the eyebrows, and the expression. just like screams crazy wizard.
He looks like House's crazed uncle.
Yes. Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
There we go. We have 3 generations because in 30 something, Hugh Laurie played the father of Benedict Cumberbatch. So we have Capaldi, Hugh Laurie, and then Benedict Cumberbatch. 3 generations of doctors.
But yeah, with some more, with if he grew out his hair, kept the beard, and mussed his hair up a bit, yeah, he could, especially with this furrowed, with the furrows in his brow, like if he accentuates those, it makes him look even more like wizened. And I've been messing with this incantation for 30 years, and I've finally cracked it. Now all I need is the eye of a salamander. I will rule the world with this incantation.
Oh dear God.
But why would he want the eye of somebody who looked like one of his old incarnations? Because there was a character named Salamander who was the dictator of Earth or something, and he looked exactly like the Second Doctor, and the Second Doctor actually had to go undercover and pretend to be him.
But
how's that? Is that long enough?
So,
Sunta ha!
yeah, oh yeah. If he'd kept that, if he'd had that beard with that hair, yeah, I remember towards the end he did grow his hair out. The end of his run, he did grow his hair out.
Yeah.
If he kept that hair, I thought the short looked better for him as a doctor. Though the long hair does remind me of 3 a lot.
Yeah.
When it's long, it reminds me a bit of 3. But if he'd done the beard and grown his hair out like that, he's already got the magician suit.
Yes, he does.
So, like, it wouldn't take much. But getting back to the episode.
Yes.
okay, yeah.
Sunta ha.
So,
Oh, God.
I
You gotta sneak it in somewhere. Oh, that's
Yeah.
wrong. That sounds wrong.
Oh God. I'm imagining something.
Oh God.
So what? Okay, what were
Drax
the?
doesn't. That is not. That he is not anatomically compatible.
Oh, shut up. Although you're close, to what I'm imagining. So I forget what were the names. What were the names of the creatures?
Gibbelites.
Giblites. I'm just imagining
The trouble with the Gibbelites is they're fuzzy and they're cute, and you can never find the hole.
that no. Damn, I just totally forgot the name of the lizard lady.
Vestra?
Vestra. Yeah. I'm just imagining a conversation between Worf and Vestra just talking about these little tiny creatures that just take over everything.
Yes.
Just
We do not talk about it with outsiders.
like I
know that's about
feel
the
you.
smooth forehead, but it's from that same episode.
Yes, it is.
It's
We
like
do
I
not
know
talk about it with outsiders.
exactly what you've gone through. Only we know the pain. And there's Star Trek.
Yep.
Yeah, we hit our Star Trek.
And I was the one, almost wanted to do it first.
And we have Star Trek, we have Doctor Who. What's left? Did we there's
Pony.
Pony somewhere?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I got a My Little Pony record.
Well, it's it comes with the common story. Like, Trouble with Tribbles has been redone. Like, I imagine even there's stories before Trouble with Tribbles, but Trouble with Tribbles leads to also you have both this story It's also probably inspired that that pony episode with the little
Parasprites.
parasprites. Yeah, the trouble with parasprites. Um, was that all?
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
So okay. We got Pony checked off. We got Star Trek checked off. We're already talking about Doctor Who, so that's
Oh,
checked off.
well, I can also check off Animaniacs because technically that Bun episode was
Yeah,
like Tribbles too.
Oh,
wonderful.
yeah. Like it's inspired. I think that there was probably other things that inspired the Tribble episode, but I don't remember what goes beyond that. But I know that that one is probably the big one that launched a lot of these sort of swarm episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I don't get the problem though. All they had to do is like make a couple thousand of them, neuter those ones, and sell them as pets.
you can't neuter them.
Yeah, I know.
They're born pregnant.
Yeah, and by the time
That's
you
fine.
tried to neuter one, it would already have given birth to another Tribble.
To the moon.
Out the airlock.
I was just in the malls for the moon, you know. And so how much do you think I would have to pay Strax to install his security system here?
Nothing.
Like,
I don't think he'll charge you.
it's like
Just tell
how?
him it's practice for it, you. He's allowed to practice on your home.
It's like how do you have the time to do all this?
It's
Well,
stress.
it's Strax. He finds the time. I mean, do some Tarans sleep?
No,
thought,
they
yeah.
regenerate. Well, not regenerate. They kind of like how Borgs do. They have a probic vent in the back where they gain their nutrition and their rest.
No. Better question. How
That's
do
why his
they?
bedroom is an armory. Because he doesn't need to sleep.
How does he afford all this stuff?
Vestra is ancient and rich, remember?
Like rich, or
bustles
just
for.
like I have spending money, rich?
Rich.
Yes,
Damn.
he buttles for a very well-to-do lady.
Yes.
Yes.
Although when she got mad and she's like, I'm not going to you are so fired and I'm not going to give you references. Like, who the hell is going to hire Strax even with references?
Didn't he get hired at that or tried out at that eating establishment?
They're not real lady fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that line. It's like, here are some finger sandwiches and some vegetarian options.
That was nice of him.
Yes.
And I'm glad that Strax, got into the spirit of Christmas.
I was surprised that he had the idea to get a present all on his own.
I know. Oh, that's not a wand, that's a disintegration ray.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Like,
but that
well,
one wasn't him. That wasn't his.
oh, I know. It's like,
He actually got a good, thoughtful gift. His gift was that stuff in a box, which is far more appropriate than a dick in the box.
that's true. No, it's like with the one, it's like, good thing I did not use this on a volunteer.
Yeah, especially since they're children.
Yeah, because, well, they disappeared, but they sure still aren't coming back. Oof. Ooh, beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a good thing her sanctum didn't get completely destroyed. And the nice angel on top of the tree was a nice touch.
I don't think she was much of an angel. They called her a fairy on top of the tree.
You know how much you want to bet that her plan was probably to kill and stuff Madame Vestra and just like put her in a museum?
No, I don't think so. Because first of all, she didn't even know for a fact. There were rumors.
Yes, rumors.
So she didn't even really know. That was more just speculation.
Speaking of speculation, I have been wondering something for like the past 30 seconds now. So, I know like Madame Vestra is like really old, but that's mostly due to hibernation.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder what her normal lifespan is.
Well, wild reptiles do tend to have a pretty long lifespan.
Yeah.
Depends on what they are. Turtles
Yeah.
forever. Like
Oh yeah.
They 100 plus is very easy with some turtles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, something based on a lizard. It's hard to say. I would imagine that if it's about the same as a human, that wouldn't shock me. If it's a bit longer, that also wouldn't surprise me.
I can see that.
Well, hopefully it's not too much longer, or she has lived a while before, because that would be so sad. She has to watch her wife die.
No, not wife, emergency food supply.
She's a reptile, not a cat.
Oh, trust me, if you died, your reptiles would eat you too.
Okay, first of all I have left is a turtle, and my turtle's a dumb bitch, so I don't think he's gonna be eating anybody.
Is that the one named Discord?
Huh?
That's the one named Discord?
No, Spikealangelo.
Oh. Wait, what happened to Discord?
Discord died.
Oh, sad now.
Yeah. So all I have left is Spikealangelo, who I've had the longest. We've actually had Spikealangelo before we got PETA, the cat.
Okay, how do you spell that?
Yes, her name is Pain in the Ass.
Okay, thank God. I thought you named her after the other PETA.
No.
Because I was gonna fly down there and punch you.
No, my dad named her that because she's an annoying little cunt.
Aww.
She's always like, wow, give me attention. So my dad called her PETA, Pain in the Ass. Which is a fitting name.
So I forget, because it has been like a week since I listened to the episode. What did they end up doing with the frozen little creatures? Do they cook and eat them or something?
You can't cook them, because if you heat them up, they'll wake up again.
Well, I mean, you just put them in a really hot fire.
No, because the heat would wake them up.
You smash them to bits, and then
you shatter them once they're frozen.
Yeah, you shatter them, then you can heat them back up, because then they're separated.
It doesn't matter if they wake up or not. If you put them in a pot with the lid and trap them in there as they slowly scream while you cook them to death.
No, because the heat won't bother them.
They're heat proof. Okay.
The heat just makes them hornier. I mean, not horny, because they don't have it like that.
So they ground them up and turn them into ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
that would be fine. Yeah. You shatter them so they don't reproduce, and then you can do with them what you will. You have to destroy them while they're frozen, and then you can do with them as you wish.
Do not listen to to Elrond and cast them into the fires.
It's like, come here, children. I have some free ice cream for you.
Yeah, all that what you just said, I had just this mental image of the of the cracks of doom and the crack of doom and throwing one of these things, they throw one of these in there, and you just see them skittering about on top of the magma. I guess it's still inside, technically. Is the cracks of doom, if you when you go out there, is that still magma or is that lava? Because it's technically you're going inside the volcano,
Yeah,
so it's technically still magma. You're just inside the
it is a
volcano.
magma pocket because
Yeah.
you are. It has not left the earth yet.
Yeah. You're going to its house. It's not going to your house.
Exactly.
I'm just...
It was an interesting thought to whether to call that a magma or lava. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just imagining all the children eating the special ice cream, and then a couple hours later, Mommy, I don't feel so well.
That's what limbus bread is made out of.
Oh.
That's why one bite would fill a grown man.
Oh,
Because
God.
it's made of brown dribbleites.
Like, how many did you have? 4? Oh, hey, there's Lord of the Rings reference.
Yeah.
That's a bonus.
We had like 4 of them already today.
Yeah, I think we've been getting sidetracked quite a bit, but it was a fun, just to kind of bring us back to it. It was a fun episode, a Christmas episode, which, like, Christmas and Victorian. This is the Victorian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Victoria reigned for a really freaking long time, so
She had like 1 million kids.
yeah,
She had 1 million kids because she was really horny, and her physician said that the only way to avoid having children is abstinence. She's like, fuck that.
Yeah, just lots of heirs.
I'm pretty sure they had sheepskin condoms back then.
They did, but that was for when you slept with hookers to avoid getting STDs.
Ah.
They had condoms, but they didn't use it as a contraceptive. They used it as protection against diseases. So and that was for the lower class. She hated being pregnant. She hated having kids, but she
enjoyed the making, less the carrying.
She didn't like finishing it off.
It's like, okay, remember, this time pull out. Oh, fuck.
I don't think they even had that back then. Like, the cognizance of the pull-out method.
I would imagine that's it's not. That's so primitive that they probably it probably wasn't talked about, but
yeah, but I mean for her.
Yeah, that's such a basic idea. I think that it probably would have occurred to them, but anyway. But yeah, it's it's always fun when you have that sort of that that era and have Christmas associated with it, because it just always brings me back to it's silly, but it also kind of puts me in the mood for like Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Oh God, I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just Christmas Carol stuff in general, the whole
Yeah.
Dickens era.
Yeah. With how cold everything's, or how hot everything is, thinking about cold weather and Christmas,
Yeah.
when you're on the opposite side of the year, like we're basically
You
as
see, if we had to listen to this and review it during the Christmas season, I'm pretty sure I would have murdered somebody.
but we're on the other end of the year, so this
Yeah,
is as
I
far
mean,
as
Christmas music in July is okay. Christmas shit in July, that's acceptable because you're not inundated with it to the point where you just one more Christmas Carol and you're going to murder.
One of my favorite things about Christmas, the Christmas time, is making hot cocoa from scratch.
yeah.
Really? Does Scratch mind that?
Nah, not really.
Yeah, and you two actually have a reason to make hot cocoa.
Oh, you can make hot cocoa too.
What?
You can make hot cocoa
I know I
too.
can, but you actually have a reason to.
Yeah.
Because it actually gets cold enough to be a problem.
I mean, hey. Texas gets its 1 millimeter of snow a year.
Until you have that once a century thing that happened.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah,
And
this year.
everybody thinks it's fake.
Oh God, I just realized you guys had like the freezing thing, and we just had the hot thing, so we just switched.
Yeah, you stole our heat from back then. You jerks.
Oh dear God.
Yes.
Take that from July or August. That's fine. Steal it from August. You'll get no complaints from me. Don't steal it from February.
All account of that global warming.
I think we've wrung this one out, shredded the fabric, burnt it, and then scattered its ashes in the nearest body of water. I think we've done this one.
Although I do gotta say that I forget her name, but I'm gonna call her. Yeah, I'm gonna call her Karen because it's like, no, get dressed. We visit now.
Oh my gosh, yes, I hate her.
That's kind of the
she's
point.
Gonna make a return.
She's so annoying, and I'm not going to say anything because spoilers, but she really is annoying.
Yeah. Anyway.
And I feel so bad for Jago because he's such a nice guy, and he's just like good. She just flustered him so badly. Like, wait, what? What?
Goodbye,
Anyway.
everybody. Make sure to subscribe.